Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of the Matty Chymbor podcast. That was very theatrical what I just did, but guess what? I'm excited to be back because I got a new camera and I'm hoping this looks better than all the other episodes. And if it even looks not different enough, I'm going to be pretty pissed off, but whatever, guys. I'm excited to get the ball rolling, as somebody said once in history, and we keep saying it, but thank you for clicking the link to watch my dumb face say dumber things. It means a lot, and if you guys can, hit the like button, hit the comment button, because the algorithm, which is arguably more important than God and or Jesus at this point, likes that. And if I want to do anything in life, I want to please the algorithm. I feel like, I'm trying to be a good boy in the eyes of the Lord, but right now Daddy's trying to get the engagement up. So if you guys can do a little and a little, that would help me a ton. And if you don't subscribe, feel free to subscribe. I don't know if that helps. I think it does. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Guys, it's just all to just boost my ego and make me feel like I can quit my job one day. So when all these things start going in the right direction, I get a little loosey with the mouth at work, and I am just trying to build my case so I can get fired and just tell my mom that I'm doing comedy full time. So without further ado, guys, thank you for clicking the link. I can't talk. I'm horny though. This is the Matty Chymbor podcast. Guys, we're back. What is crapping, you dirty little dirtbags? Everybody who watches this is dirty. You have no business watching me in my apartment do these personal things and say these personal stuff. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about how I'm just really trying to get my life together, people. And if you feel like your life is a meth, do meth. No, if you feel like your life is just a mess right now, I think we're going to be on a good wavelength this episode of just really, I'm trying to just set game plans, people. I thought I was having a stroke, but it was a floater in my eye. Shout outs to floaters. The day I found out what a floater was the day I realized I can't see dead people. I was like, Mom, I don't know how to tell you this, but I see orbs. And she goes, those are floaters, you're stupid. And I go, I'll show you a floater. And then I took a fat shit. I showed her a floater. I go, there's your spirit. Now flush it, Doreen. Where was I about my life not making sense and I need to get it together? That was a good example of it. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I'm just trying to set game plans. I've had exciting things happen, and I don't know if it's the algorithm listening to me, if this is the part of the simulation where my life gets better. I'm convinced this is a simulation. Somebody's playing me right now, and guess what? They just got a cheat code and or some sort of gift from the game, because I feel like I'm hitting a bit of a stride with good luck and other things. And I think you guys can just really appreciate that while your life sucks. I wish I could hear you guys and hear your complaints so it makes me feel better. You ever been around somebody where they're complaining and you're like, I'm not going to lie, that makes me feel good. I thought I sucked, but you're pretty trashy. Matt, what have you been doing where you're acting like you figured it out? I just buckled down with telling myself, one, I start work at this time and I end at this time. I know some people are like, Matt, that's pretty normal. It's not when you're just like, it's very easy to get caught up and this bleeds into that. Next thing you know, you're working a little later, which bleeds into the other thing. And I go, guess what? I'm on a time frame, just hard starts and hard stops. It sounds like my sex life. Just a hard start and a hard stop, baby. Daddy's going to start at 8:30, and I'm going to be done at fucking 5:30. No minute later, I will shut that computer, as Doreen told me once. That's my mother's name. Don't look her up or I'll smack you. She goes, you get paid for 8 hours. Your boss can arguably argue that, but she made a good point where it's like, you know what, you got to have a life. I've seen enough memes and I've seen enough TikToks where these rich kids start telling you about how to live your life because they're rich and they don't have the same, work schedule as you. But what they do say is that you work like 90% of your life and then you live for 10 years and then you die. And if I can just start to shave off time because I don't want to just be working during my dinner time, I'm going to do that. So rule number 1, bing, stop work when you're supposed to stop. Don't be a hero. No one's a hero, all right? Maybe if you want to be a little bitch and work late and send emails on purpose, no, people do. To just be little kiss asses, they schedule when the email is sent, and then it goes at like 6 p.m. and there is just to like fool people, like, oh my God, Eric's working late. You're like, no, Eric's not working late. He's just with you by sending emails later. It's a dumb trick. It's stupid. Don't do that. Actually, I want to go back because I'm sick of people who are successful preaching like they figured it out. I think we've all been around long enough where we realize luck is a huge part of a lot of these things. And I love when people who have made it, like even these dumb little crypto millionaires or whatever, they try to just start lecturing you about how like you shouldn't be going with the flow of society, go against the grain. You're like, I get that, but also sometimes you should just shut your stupid, lucky bitch-ass mouth. Gary Vee's a perfect example of a guy who just, you're 4'3". Shut your mouth. We get it. You got a Napoleon complex. You probably get injections in your penis to make it thicker because we just found, I found out on TikTok that's a thing, and that you can't make it longer. So what they do is they make it wider. Gary Vee probably has that. It looks like a tuna can. He's just self-conscious. He's yelling at people. And I saw this thing where he was taking questions from a crowd once, and this woman goes, what do you recommend I do as far as my son's college education? And he literally told her to give him the money to figure out what he wants to do in life. And I was just like, Gary, first off, you're short. You probably weigh 135. It's like jockey size. Gary Vee should be a jockey, but now he's telling moms to give their kids the college money to figure it out. Let's be honest. That may work 1 out of every 1,000 kids, and that 1,000th kid dumped it into GameStop or AMC and got so lucky. Not like hard work. That's not a proven path, all right? So don't be stupid, people. Rule number 2, go to college. It has nothing to do with a plan. If you're younger, that's part of the plan now, all right? Get your ass in college. Learn how to learn. That's one of my professors told me once. He goes, you go to college to learn how to learn. And I go, how do I do that? No, I'm kidding. I like that approach. It made sense, but Gary Vee's a dwarf, and he probably smells like... Gary Vee looks like he smells... What does Gary Vee smell like? He looks like he just smells like some sort of Axe. I don't know. Like just something where, it's a body spray. It's not a cologne. It's more of an aerosol can. I get that vibe from him. And I think he's kind of a chode. Does he have some good points? Yes. Am I doing this embellishment for my podcast? Yes. Is my penis injected and wider than it is long? that's in my Patreon. So, guys, feel free to check out my Patreon for my injection tips. Anyways, tips, no pun intended. All right. Rule number 2 is how to get my life on track. Number 2 is stop trying to be such a lone ranger out there. You know what I'm doing now is I'm trying to really not use people, but realize your friends are your resources and help them the way they help you, vice versa. Have it be more collaborative, not with everything. I mean, I like doing this by myself because right now it's, hey, work. It's 11:11, make a wish. And if you do that, you probably suck. My ex-girlfriend used to do that, and I didn't like it, so don't make a wish. Make a wish if you want, don't if you do, if you're my ex-girlfriend watching this. But I try to use people. I'm trying to be more open to not being scared to ask for help. That's what I'm trying to get at. Ask for help. You have your friends. These Lone Ranger people don't make it. They work fast, but they don't work for long. I think Steve Jobs said that as one of his last quotes, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get. It's a vulnerable thing to ask people for help because I just feel like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Help. It's sad, but you know what? If you could do it in a very like alpha way, whether you're a woman, man, genderless person. If you do it in a powerful way, I feel like you can tell your brain like I look at them in such a positive way that I appreciate the knowledge they're bringing to the table, and I want to see if they'll help me out because I'm weak. I don't know, but basically that's another thing. So I'm trying to just break down some of these walls that I've been putting up because I have some emotional issues with my life. I don't really open up. If you ask me how I'm feeling, I say none of your business, and then I hold my chest and run away. Do I do that? No, but I feel that in my brain. Like I'm not a real emotional open person, so I feel like this is a step in two directions. One, to use my vulnerability in a productive manner, but also train myself to not get freaked out when somebody asks me if I'm passionate about anything, because I just personally don't like talking about my feelings. It's disgusting. I don't even like that I'm bringing it up right now, but guess what? I'm going to just dig into these weird topics because I don't want to be an old man and regretting everything. I don't want to be an old man and just feel like looking back, even on old relationships, I look back and I go, why don't you just be a man and just say how you felt rather than just bottling it up and, doing some manly, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So see how each lesson is making me reflect more on myself, where it starts with just like a very vague face value thing, and then it turns out that I'm actually doing these things to work on myself. But guess what? That's where we're at, people. You're a mess. I'm a mess. My apartment's a mess. My underwear's a mess after I have trouble wiping. I was a boy, and I was a boy, still am in some parts of the world, and what if you traveled and like age was different? It kind of is though, if you think about it. Where some areas, this is gonna be a short podcast too because I don't think this thing records for long. Yeah, I guess so, because like the 18 is different, or like let's use drinking age. I don't want you to think I'm going down some weird pervy path, but I guess like drinking age is different. So I mean, in America, you're technically a boy longer than you are if you go to live in like Canada and they're drinking at like 6 because you're all freaks. Very nice people though. But what was I even fucking saying? God damn it. I don't know what I was saying. I get in these tangents. Ooh. Woo! I think I was just trying to get at that. I don't want to be older and regret not just saying how I feel. So basically that's that. And I think it's important to do because, I don't know, I'm really trying to head into whatever makes me uncomfortable. That's a good thing with stand-up, where, I was talking about my feelings. I'm not trying to be a little boy. I think that's a part. I understand watching a podcast where the guy talking forgets what he says and you guys remember because you can reverse back. Well, guess what? I can't do that. So I'm stuck in the moment. And right now I'm just going to barrel ahead. And another thing about asking for help is with my Instagram Reels. So I got this email from Instagram. They were like, hey, would you like to set up a call with somebody from Instagram to talk about Reels and, blah, blah, blah. It was very vague. I thought it was fake. Or it was just like some, run-of-the-mill, everybody, they just like, you know how to download Reels? And I'm just like, I thought it was going to be dumb. But I was like, you know what? I'm a guy who asks for help now. I'm a student of life. I'm trying to learn shit. I'm not trying to be a dumb fuck my whole life and stubborn asshole. And I did it, and it was today. And guess what? It was probably one of the most informational things I've received. Am I going to tell you those tips? No, because they're on my Patreon right after my dick injection spiel. But long story short, what they told you is, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to, I would like to do a Patreon one day, but I'm not going to hide things from you. They were just kind of preaching about consistency. Be consistent. I'm all over the place, and if anything, the algorithm doesn't like inconsistency. It's like it's like a person. It wants its meals 3 times a day, and when you post, that's the algorithm eating. And guess what? If you're starting to give it 2 breakfasts and no lunch and a dinner every 3rd day, it's like, I'm not going to come to your house. You don't even know what you're doing with food. That's a great metaphor. Think about it. So what it wants is just, if you're going to do this many per week, pick a day, run with it, and it's going to like that. So, but I'm glad I did it because, originally I would have been like, I got this. I figured it out. But I was like, I'm really trying to train my brain to think, I think this is a good thing. It sounds bad, and I'm not used to thinking like this, but it's like, I'm an average fucking person. If you just think about, like, I'm average and I need help. I'm average and I need help. That's my hoodie. That's a good hoodie. That's good. I'm average and I need help. I'm literally going to make that. I was going to write it down, but I don't want to. But I like to think now, we're all just average. I'm average. I'm an average guy. I'm an average guy who's working hard. And let's start taking advantage of this stuff. So that was like a subcategory of my number 2 approach for getting my life on track. And I think the third one, I don't even remember what the fuck number 1 was. I don't really care either. Basically, number 3 is, stopping work. Number 1 was, draw the line. You work from this time to this time, and then you're done. Shut your brain off, move on. Whether you're doing your work, or I'm doing Reels, there's a point where I have to shut my brain off. I just go sit on the couch and watch some dumbass TV show, but it feels good because you can burn yourself out. Number 2 is ask for help. You're not a hero. You're not that good. You're dirty. I can see you. I'm looking into your soul. I know I'm looking at a camera, but I can just tell you're a dirty bag of ass. And you can ask for help because you're average and you need help. Number 3 is I'm trying to have some, there's 4. Number 3 is just be physically fit, be active, work out. It just clears your brain. I feel like it flushes your cortisone or cortisol or whatever the stress chemical is. I'm trying to just work out. And with that one, I think it's important to be disciplined, where I'm telling myself Monday through Friday, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to meal prep Monday through Friday. Technically Saturday, because I've kind of wavered where I want to have like a crappy dinner Friday night, but then I'll eat a good breakfast and lunch on Saturday, and then Saturday dinner, and Sunday I can just do whatever I want. So during the week, and I swear to God, I can tell by like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not that I feel dumb Monday, Tuesday, but sometimes like I sleep crappy. Like today I just slept like crap, felt blah today, but work out, eat well. I swear to God, by like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, definitely Thursday and Friday, I'm so sharp at work and just like I'm on it. I'm trying to avoid booze during those days. I don't mind a glass of wine here and there, but even then I'm like, if I'm gonna have one, there's no point. I'm a guy. I'm gonna get fucked up on the weekend. All right, I'm gonna wait for Friday night, have a couple beer. I'd rather save it up. So be disciplined. And that's another thing with the drinking. Be disciplined during the week. Know how to say no. I don't think I have a problem. Oh, that was like one of those, like, you think you might throw up burps. I don't think I have a problem, but yeah, I have one or two drinks. I have, one or two, and somebody goes, you want a third? To say no for the third is hard. Now, does that mean I'm going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No. But there's times where I have one, and then there's like this little middle area where I have a couple more than I should, and it knocks off that edge. And I've done that on a Thursday before, and then Friday you're just shit. You're not productive. You don't end the week well. You feel like you start just be obedient. Be like a good dog. I wish cats aren't really obedient, but you know what I'm saying? Discipline. Stop being this little child who just does what he wants. That's what nothing's fun when it's you don't do it with moderation. You know what I'm saying? Like, chips taste better when you only let yourself eat them X amount of days a week. If you're just shoveling chips down your just disgusting, greasy, insert overweight term mouth here. I get it. If you're overweight, I'm not trying to bully people, but it just doesn't do it for me, at least. I know, I get it. It's always going to taste good, but when you complement reward with a week of discipline, that little bad thing, which is the reward, man, that went down, man. That shit tastes good. So those are my 3 steps. I'm going to combine the fitness, obedience. We'll call it well-being. So that's it. And I'm really trying to just, be a creature of habit. I feel like when I get off course, it just kind of my equilib just gets wild. I can't focus. I don't know where to look at during the day. Just doing dumb crap. So that's it. And I'm excited to not do that for long because I'm a weak human, and I'll probably do it for about a week. And I'm for real. I'm gonna really try to just buckle down, but it's important, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to be. And the more I do this, I mean, the more Instagram kind of, I'm gaining attention there. The more I'm really. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm trying to push entertainment, so I have the freedom to go back to Connecticut more to see my family, meaning I can, the more I push comedy and just get that ship going without my day job motor on the back of it, the sooner I can quit that job, just go be around my family, have a little more freedom to bop around. If it's weird, and I don't know if some of you moved away before, but when you move away for like 10 years, I've been gone for 10 years, August will be 11, you see, it's like a gap of time where you're like, oh, I know what like 10 years is now. And then it freaks you out where you're like, that was fast. That was too fast. 10 years isn't like, oh, I've been gone a year. 10 years is like, oh, that's a chunk of people's lives. And guess what? Some people only live for 10 years 8 times. And then you start to do this fucked up, sad math. And I was like, you know what? I don't got time to dick around, being this little bitchy wannabe artist. At some point you gotta, and as the guy in the War of Art said, you have to look at yourself, you stop looking at yourself as an amateur and start looking at yourself as a professional, and professionals don't fuck around. Don't dick off. And guess what? That's what I'm going to do. So people, take that, use it, DM me, tell me if it works. If you need advice, we can ping pong off each other. Let's make this collaborative. I will inject all your penises and vaginas with thickening agents. And we're going to just fuck shit. Oh my God, I'm excited. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to come back often. And we will check in on our progress of just boofing the world, which is a 90s term for just smashing. But thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.